Hey team, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we're going through a full body YBELL functional workout with 10 exercises, no impact. It's going to be beautiful. Let's go. All right, let's start with 12 hammer curl squats. So our feet are hip distance apart or a tiny bit wider. We're going to have the YBELL's middle grip. We're going to hammer curl the weights up to our shoulders and then we're going to squat down. When we're squatting, our butt goes backwards, our knees stay above the ankles, and our knees stay in line with the middle toe. When you're controlling the YBELLs, it is a nice, smooth, controlled movement. There is no swinging. Shoulders stay back and down. Tummy stays nice and tight to support that neutral spine. Good. Keep the center of gravity backwards so the weight is back through your heels. And again, the knees don't track forward over the toes. The knees stay above the ankles. Beautiful. You should really feel the core engaged. Beautiful. Working the biceps, working the legs, the glutes, and the core. Fantastic. All right, next we're going to do lunge rotations. So you need one YBELL and you're going to hold the outside grip. Tummy tight, shoulders pulled back and down. You're going to step forward and go down into the lunge. Remember, when you go down into the lunge, you're not going forward into the toes, you're going down into the heels, and the knees do not track forward, they stay directly over the ankle. So you should feel this in the front glute or the glute of the front leg. See how my knee is not tracking forward. So we're going to hold that lunge down, legs, hips stay still. Really important to draw the core in, and then you're just going to do a small rotation from your rib cage to the opposite hip bone, so you're twisting over that front leg. Now please make sure you're not hyperextending the back. You need to really tuck the tailbone under and ribs to hips, really engaging the core, shortening from the rib cage to the opposite hip bone. Good. It's only a little rotation. You do not have to rotate far, and you should only feel it through your core. Good. Keep the weight through the front heel. Again, there's no movements through the legs or hips. You're stabilizing as you're rotating. Beautiful. It's really important to get rotations right and to get strong in rotations. Fantastic. Okay, next we're going to do 15 skull crushes in a bridge position. So laying on our back, feet hip distance apart. We're going to roll up our hips off the ground. So tuck the tailbone under and roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Really engaging your glutes and thinking rib cage to hip bones, engaging that core so your back is not hyperextending and your rib cage is not flaring. From there, weights go straight above the chest, elbows stay above the shoulders, and shoulders pulling back and down. We bend the elbows so the YBELLs come to our forehead. Do not hit your head with the YBELLs. Control it so they're an inch away from your forehead. Then you're going to use the triceps to extend the weights back up above your chest. Keep the elbows pulled in so they're not winging out, wider than the shoulders. Keep the tailbone tucked and the ribs to hips. Beautiful. All right, they're done. So slowly roll your body up and come to standing. So next we're going to do a deadlift into a row. So standing nice and tall, tummy tucked in tight, shoulders back and down. We're going to tip from the hips, keeping that neutral position of the spine. We're going to hold that, tummy super tight, and then we're going to row the YBELLs back and down using our muscles between the shoulder blades. Now please take note, you shouldn't feel this through the lower back. So you're tipping from the hips, hinging. Good, holding that, and then when you row the YBELLs, your elbows are coming back 90 degrees and you're squeezing your shoulder blades back and down to pull the YBELLs back. So you're not bicep curling the weights, you're using between the shoulder blades to pull the arms back and down getting a nice squeeze between those shoulder blades. So as you come up to standing, your tummy should be tight. You should squeeze your glutes and engage the hammies to stand up tall, and then tipping back down, holding that position, keeping the tummy tight. So retract those shoulders back and down, and then pulling the weights back so your elbows are 90 degrees. So you're working your core, your glutes, your hammies, between the shoulder blades, and then obviously a little bit of your arms, your biceps. Okay, next we're going to do a push-up, step in, step out. So get your YBELLs just on the edge of your mat. You can turn them out a little bit so they're kind of like an A-frame. You're going to push up, so drop your chest between the YBELLs, neutral spine, shoulders pulled back and down. Then come to that high plank position and then step it in, step it in, step it out, step it out. Now when you step it in, your knees are coming in just under your hips and not too high off the ground. Keep them just a few inches off the ground and really focus on keeping that neutral alignment. Nothing else is moving. One thing to be mindful of is the light YBELLs can actually topple over if you're pushing off to the side. So make sure you're going down onto them nice and squarely. Good. Tummy tight, shoulders, reset them back and down, keeping that neutral spine so your bum's not sticking up in the air. Good. Okay, next we have some curtsy lunges. So standing up tall, you can hold the middle grip or the top grip of the YBELLs. Then you're going to step backwards. So one foot back behind the other. You don't have to go too wide. Really engaging the core, keeping the hips still. So I'm just squaring you on today so you can see. So hips are not rotating side to side. I'm stepping behind that front leg, keeping the knee in alignment so it's not twisting in too much. That way we're really engaging the core and the glutes, the outer glutes, the glute medius to stabilize. You should feel the core also stabilizing the hips. Good, keep that neutral spine. You can lean forward slightly. Really engaging the glute of the front leg. Driving through the heel to drive you up. Nice. Beautiful work. Okay, great. So next we're going to do a kneeling hinge to a press. So I'm on a soft mat and I'm on the grass, so I don't need a towel, but I suggest if you're on just a mat on hard ground, grab a towel and fold it up and put it under your knees. Okay, we start with the middle grip of the YBELLs, lock them together. I'm going to tuck the tailbone, sit it back, tuck, hinge it up, open the YBELLs, and then press them up. Really important to engage the core, ribs to hips, so you're not hyperextending the back. Keep pulling the shoulder blades back and down. Keep drawing in the core. Keep tucking the tailbone to keep that neutral spine. Good. YBELLs in front of the chest, lock together, then open them, squeeze the shoulders back and down, then press using the shoulders. You shouldn't feel this through your lower back, your neck, or your hips. You never should feel it through your lower back, neck, or any joints. Never work through any pain. If you have any pain or discomfort, please stop, listen to your body. And if you're fatigued, if it's just muscle fatigue, you can stop, rest, and then when you're ready, jump back to it. But if the exercise doesn't work for you, you don't have to do it. There's no competition. Okay, so next, my favorite is thread the needle. So we're going to get into a high plank position. So our hand is under our shoulder, neutral position. The one YBELL is held by the middle grip. We thread it under our arm and then we rotate using our core and point it up to the sky. Keep that neutral position. And you want to really keep that shoulder over the hand. And take note how my body is moving as one. I'm not leaving my feet behind. They're moving with me. So we're doing 5 on each side. Tummy super tight, shoulders pulling back and down. So you should really feel your core working, your delts as in your shoulders, but you shouldn't feel any discomfort through your neck or back, or even any discomfort through the shoulders. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got 2 core exercises to finish. First, we're going to do weighted crunches. So we need to be laying on our back. So YBELL above your chest or above your core, shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in. I have my feet in tabletop, so my knees are above my hips. And my shins are parallel to the ground, toes pointed. You are more than welcome to keep your feet on the ground. If your feet are up, please really engage the core, drawing the core down towards the ground, lower back down towards the ground. We're going to curl the body up and shorten rib cage to hip bones. Weight is relaxed-ish above your chest, above your core. Keep pulling those shoulders back and down and engaging the core muscles, pulling the rib cage to hip bones. And remember, with any core exercises, or really any exercises, we want to draw the core in, like wearing a corset. Draw the belly towards the spine to really protect the back, to engage all those deep core muscles. All right, we made it to the last exercise. So the last exercise is an Aussie twist. We're going to sit on our buttocks. We're going to lean back in neutral spine. So keeping a nice straight back. Don't round through that lower back. It's really important. Lift the lower back and tummy drawn in super tight. Feet can be on the ground or, like me, lifted. We're going to rotate through the core side to side. Remember, keep the tummy tight. Your eyes can follow the YBELL. So you're getting a rotation through that whole spine. Tummy tight, leaning back, breathing. Awesome work. We have 8 to go. Keep leaning back, neutral spine, shoulders pulling back and down, tummy super tight, knees stay still. Awesome work. You did amazing today. You should be feeling proud. So you can repeat that again for a 25-minute workout. Otherwise, well done. Stretch and have an amazing day. We'll see you next time. Bye.